Hi, my name is Jill Singleton. I teach 9th through 12th grade English to speakers of other languages at Tattnall County High School in Reidsville, Georgia. I am also an education specialist candidate at Valdosta State University in the Instructional Technology program. Thank you so much for your interest in No Red Ink. Now, without further delay, let's get started. Today, I'm going to be previewing No Red Ink for you. I will discuss what No Red Ink is, its features, the free versus premium version, strengths and weaknesses of the tool, and student reactions and professional learning networks associated with No Red Ink. No Red Ink is a writing and grammar tool designed for grades 4 through 12 that provide assessment, practice, and activities based on national and state standards. I'm sure the first thing you noticed about this slide is the free and the $9,950 tab at the top of the notebook, and I'm going to explain that. There is a free and a paid version of No Red Ink. The free version is exactly that. You simply sign up and begin using it, but with limited access to the tools available. The paid version for my school, with approximately 1,000 users, is $9,950, with access to every tool that No Red Ink provides. Your specific cost for the paid version will vary depending on the number of users in your school. This is where I will encourage you to reach out to your local No Red Ink rep, and he can provide that specific number to you. I'm sure you are already curious about what is included in the free version and the paid version. And the basics are this. Almost everything available in the paid version is available in the free version, but on a smaller scale. For example, with the free version, there are limited quick write prompts, but over 2,000 with the paid version. The same is true for most of the features. There will be limited resources for the free version, but much more for the paid version. You will honestly need to look at your students' grade level and school needs to determine what works best for you. There are many features available on No Red Ink. Practice exercises help students target and master key writing and grammar skills. These hands-on exercises use a variety of questions to guide students from being able to write sentences to being able to write paragraphs. Students get to drag and drop punctuation, restructure sentences, highlight claims and evidence, and because practice is adaptive, students see hints, lessons, and extra questions when they're struggling and see more challenging questions when they get things right. Quick Writes have skill-building prompts, text-based prompts, novel analysis, and prompts that get students writing about everything from hypothetical scenarios to personal memories. Guided drafts provide scaffolding to students throughout the writing process, such as letting them know that a thesis statement is too obvious or reminding them to provide a hook to introduce their topic. Students have the ability to peer and self-review with prompts to determine if the writing is solid. And educators have the ability to assign formative and summative assessments to determine skill level for each student, as well as provide SAT, ACT, and end-of-course test prep. Now, some of the pros of No Red Ink is the live data, and that comes in real time, and you aren't waiting weeks or months to get feedback on what your students need. It provides state and national standards alignment, so you are able to choose the standards that you want to use to work with your students. It provides differentiated instruction, acceleration, and remediation based on how your students are performing on a skill or a task. It does provide SAT and ACT test prep, and it easily integrates into most learning management systems such as Google Classroom, Clever, Canvas, and Schoology. Now, the potential cost is one of the cons. As I mentioned earlier, I would determine what version, the free or the premium, works best for you and your students and your school, and go from there. There are limited tools available on the free version. As I mentioned above, there are more resources and prompts available on the paid version, and sometimes getting user buy-in can be difficult. So talk with your team, talk with your administration, talk with your school technology coordinator and determine what works best for you and your students. I personally think that No Red Ink is an amazing tool and have included 2 student quotes about how they feel about No Red Ink. The first student said, "I like that No Red Ink helps me to be a better writer. I want to go to college and I know that this is important." Another student said, "Sometimes I have a hard time getting it right with grammar, and No Red Ink will adjust up and down based on me getting questions right or wrong, and that helps me understand." If you are interested in getting support or learning more about No Red Ink, there are professional learning networks available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the No Red Ink website. Again, thank you so much for your interest in No Red Ink. If